Hi guys, today we're gonna do something a bit different. We're gonna try and speedrun this problem. As you can see, I solved this, but not today. I solved it a while ago. And yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm kind of tired, so I want to get this done as quickly as possible. So the basic idea behind my implementation is, like I'll let you guys read the question, like pause the video or whatever, but basically, right, like first we're gonna build up like sets where like all the characters in that set are equivalent to each other, right? And we're gonna represent those sets with the lexicographically smallest character in that set, if that makes sense. Then we're gonna go through the base string, look at each character in the base string, see which set it corresponds to, and replace it with the lexicographically smallest equivalent character. Think of it as like a greedy type algorithm. If a mapping doesn't exist for the base string, we just keep it as is. Okay, let's get right into it. So first, we're gonna store the length of the string, and then we're gonna have a vector of integers here, which will contain the mapping for the 26 letters in the alphabet. And if there's no mapping exists, we're gonna just do -1. Okay. So then we're gonna do for int I equals 0. We're gonna iterate until n, and we're just gonna we're going to forgetting the word, but we're gonna handle the equivalences here. There's definitely a better word for that somewhere, but I'm forgetting. Okay, and then now we're gonna have a helper method called merge sets, and essentially what this will do is handle this like logic for us, like merging the set between, like merging the mappings. And I'll get into more how we do this, but first, so we're gonna have char A, char B, then vector int mapping here. Okay. And now we're gonna say, okay, so int a index is equal to a minus a, and int b index equal to b minus b. Okay, and what do we want to do here? So we're gonna check if, because right now we initialize everything to -1, right? I guess an easier thing to be, we'll just handle this here. We'll just set the set representative for everything to be the character itself. I think that's a little simpler. So we'll just say mapping I is equal to I. Okay. And then now we're gonna check, okay, so what is the set representative for A? So we're gonna do A representative is equal to the mapping for A. And then we're gonna do B rep is equal to mapping for B. Now we're gonna get the new representative, which is gonna be the minimum of A rep and B rep. You know, because it's like, because A, B, C, D is obviously ordered, like the alphabet's obviously ordered. And then we're gonna go through the mappings. Yep, we're going to go to the mappings, and if mapping at I is equal to the A representative, or mapping I B representative, and I realize we're kind of duplicating stuff here, but it's fine. Mapping I is equal to the new representative. Okay, hopefully this works. We're just gonna call merge sets for S1I, S2I, and I'm forgetting to comment stuff. I'm pretty sure the code is pretty clear so far. So we handled the equivalences here, right? And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the string. Let's create a new string actually. So we're going to create a new string called answer. And here I'm going to create a new variable called m, which will just store the length of the base string. So for int I is equal to 0, I is less than m, I plus plus. You know, some people do plus plus I. I don't agree with that. I hate that, but whatever. So we're gonna do, you know what? Just for clarity, let's make a helper method. So let's do char get char. So what this will do is takes index and converts to char. You know, this is pretty simple, but it's fine. We'll just make a helper method for it. So we'll do, I believe, plus a plus index should work. Yeah, it'll scream at us if we get that wrong, which is good, but we'll do answer plus equals get char. And what we're going to pass in for the index is the mapping of base string at I. Okay. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Buffer overflow. A index. B index. Yes, so stupid. Another buffer overflow. Mapping. Oh, we need to reindex this by A. Let's see. You know what? Just because I don't have time, I'm going to put this in a GPT. Where is the error? Wow, okay, that was pretty stupid. Wow, okay, perfect. Now let's submit this. Now I'm realizing that, yeah, okay. Now let's submit this. Perfect, guys. Did I have to use GPT to find this bug? I'm kind of mad about that. But all in all, we finished this in 8 minutes, which is pretty good, I think. Runtime's pretty, you know what, for fun, let's just submit this again. See what the runtime is. Runtime is worse, but the runtime was pretty good before, 40%. I'm pretty sure this is the fastest, basically the fastest, yeah. Basically the fastest, same idea, slightly different execution, I guess. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please let me know in the comments how I can do better. I know I'm not perfect, but yeah, thanks guys.